Cheers, guys. That's better. Been fiddling around with a new stove for this trip. Looking to try and eliminate or reduce the amount of gear I'm taking now. One of those things with the canoes, you end up just carrying more and more and more and more because you can. So I'm just trying to reduce it down a little bit. Got this new stove, it's very heavy. As you'll see today and tonight and tomorrow morning, it's a system that allows you to essentially reduce and eliminate other equipment that you just don't need then on a camp. So just got the camp all set up, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Going to sit back and have this quiet beer. Just wait for the temperature to come out of the atmosphere and we'll head back out and see if we can catch ourselves a bass. Okay, we've got a fish, but it's snagged me around a tree or stump or something here. Let's see what we can do. Come on. I feel him bobbing. There we go. Ooh, it's put up a good fight. This size. Come on up. Last thing I want to do is lose this one. This is dinner. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, well, at least got one. That's a start. Alright, cross your fingers. Let's have a look here. Hold still. Oh, he is size, 34 centimetres. That will do us just fine. 30 centimetres is measurement size. That little guy will work perfect for dinner. Excellent. And we're just out front of the camp here, so we'll get him dispatched, fill it up, and we can have a cleansing beer, or cleansing ale I should say, and have this guy for dinner. Wonderful. Well, there you go. That's a perfect sized fish for dinner. Looking forward to having it with a beer. Well, you wouldn't credit it, would you? 20 minutes in the water and bang, you pull out a bass. Used that lure last weekend, spent the entire day in the water. That lure and every other lure in my box, doing similar things in similar weather conditions and so forth. There's supposed to be a storm coming. I've already heard rumblings, so very similar to last weekend. But within 20 minutes I pulled out a bass, so not complaining, absolutely wrapped. Just love to know why, that's all. Whether it's just this place is not as fished as heavily, wouldn't have a clue, but all I can say is I'm wrapped because I can now sit back and watch this sunset while having a cleansing ale. This is one of the key reasons I wanted this particular stove. Because of the square size, it allows you to create a Swedish torch inside the stove itself. What that does is give you even heat for a long time. The problem I found with the little Luxida stove was that it's either hot, cold, you're constantly feeding it, and it made it very, very difficult, not very difficult, but a little bit difficult to cook because you were constantly having to feed the fire. And as soon as you looked away at something, the fire went out and the whole thing went cold, and then you got to start all over again. So the Swedish torch essentially gives you nice, even heat for a long, long time. So I can cook up a whole lot of meals here, and then a cup of tea later, all with the one little fire. To me, that is absolutely brilliant. So that's one of the key reasons for getting the Firebox. And obviously, as I said, I'll show you guys tomorrow morning the other reasons behind why I chose this particular stove and why I think it's going to be a better solution for me from a camping point of view. Oh yeah, that is so good. Yum. All I need now is a beer to go with it. Cheers, guys. Well, I'm absolutely wrapped with that stove. That's done a really good job. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. It's still burning beautifully at the moment, which means it'll be perfect in about half an hour of a cup of tea, which will line up nicely with me finishing this dinner. Oh yeah. I just made this lovely cup of tea and realised I didn't bring chocolate. That's a bit devastating. Oh good, I've got a big fat moon right behind the camera here. Just going to sit back with this cup of tea, enjoy that, and head off to bed, and I'll see you good folk in the morning. Just heading upriver this morning to have a bit of a look around. See if there's any other camp spots and just how narrow it gets. There's certainly plenty of fish in this little area here where I'm camped. Seen them moving all morning and came down, had a coffee to watch for a while. Just beautiful. I can see them moving around here in the trees, right in front of me in fact. I'm just trying out a different lure this morning and seems to pick something up. Let's have a look at the size of this guy. Oh, he's jumping. He's a reasonable size. You guys are getting that on camera. Ah, Saratoga. That's why we're getting the jumping. Oh, there you go. Big Saratoga. Swing the canoe around so we can see in the sun here. Not a bad sized fish. Long and thin. Not sure about the eating on these guys. We'll let him go. It's room for another day. Well, it turns out there's plenty of camp spots up this river. So I've already scouted a couple that I'll come back to. Happy to catch that little Saratoga. Probably about 40 centimetres. Head back to camp now and pack up. And start heading back up the lake and do a bit of fishing on the way back. See if I can catch myself some lunch to take home. Well, so much for that idea. Pulled on a little rock while I wanted to do some fishing on the way back. And got about 6 casts in, snag. That lovely lure I used last night to catch that bass, little TN60, snagged. Got back in the canoe, went around and around and around, could not get it off. Bugger. Too deep to get into the water and retrieve. Anyway, all good. Great weekend fishing and camping. Really happy with that stove. That's going to work out an absolute treat, I can see that. Got some more ideas for things I want to do with that. Fishing was great. Little spangled perch yesterday, little tiny one, and a bass for dinner. That was a bonus. And of course that Saratoga this morning. Great fighting fish. So all in all, a wonderful trip. So glad to be back out in the water again. Just wonderful. So I will see you all in a fortnight's time. Bye for now.